Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLa, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
And it's hashtag Wealth Wednesday. We're going to talk about the game of life. Let's make this
Yes.
the game, this wealth thing, this fun thing, this entrepreneurship. We come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, live in alignment with our truth, and have some fun, lots of coffee. I'm going to need it since I've been up since 2:30 this morning.
2:30? But why?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Spirit
it's
woke you up.
Spirit's
Hashtag-
we got to like create something here.
Absolutely. Hashtag Wealth Wednesday. And Erin's a master at receiving that abundance,
There you
right?
go.
That's right. She's all about waking and baking. That's what it is. Wake up, bake. Wake up and cake up. That's what it is.
Wake up and cake up. I say rise and
Definitely.
shine. Just like our very special guest this morning. Hello, ladies, back in the studio. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, we're so excited that you're here with us today. We have got the gorgeous Terry Ivins in the house, nominated for the Daytime Emmys last year, and of course honoring another 7 nominations for her series, The Bay. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Jess.
We're so grateful that you're here with us today. How has it been celebrating this year's 46th annual Daytime Emmys as we're gearing up for the main event?
Oh, this was an absolute bore. And just absolute frustration and a headache. Now, are you kidding me? It's an absolute blast, and I'm so grateful, and it's such a pleasure to be here this morning.
Well, here in Good Morning La La Land, we like to know how you start your day. What's your morning routine like? And is it different now that you're gearing up for all these red carpets?
You know, Martin Luther King said that he starts his day the same way every day. And he knows that he gets it all done because he starts it the same way. And whatever doesn't happen wasn't supposed to happen that day. So I follow in those footsteps. I start every morning in devotion before my Maker, and I set things straight for my own mindset, for my heart condition, and then I go on. And you know what? I don't have road rage the way I used to.
That's awesome. That's good for all of us, actually.
Absolutely. I practice my meditation on the 101 or trying to go up and over that Beverly Glen.
Right?
Well, we're so excited to talk to you more, of course, about the Bay and your great book, The Buzz, later in the show. Good morning. Catherine Fulvio's in the house. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning.
And congratulations on your nomination, A Taste of Ireland for Recipe.tv. How are you feeling today?
I'm absolutely thrilled. I genuinely have to pinch myself that I'm in Los Angeles. I've just flown in specially for the Daytime Emmys, of course, and to meet you guys. And I'm loving every second of it.
Well, I'm dying to know, how do you start your day? Do you wake up and create some sort of beautiful breakfast? As a chef, I would assume maybe that's how you start.
Oh, the beautiful breakfast is definitely part of it, but that comes afterwards.
Okay.
So when I wake up, I live on a farm in County Wicklow. It's just south of Dublin. It's just magical. So when I wake up, I'm probably one of the very few people that count sheep in the morning rather than at night time. Because I take our 2 gorgeous dogs. We have a lovely golden retriever and we have a Maltese. And out we go and we walk the farmland and check on the sheep. And it's very restorative. You know, you come back and you feel totally energized and you've got that fresh air into your lungs. And then comes the big breakfast.
Oh, well, Catherine, I can say that you are the first one at Good Morning La La Land to say that she counts sheep in the morning.
True. That is true.
Hard to take her serious. It's like the fantasy, her accent and everything. It's like,
awesome.
Yeah, it's so
Really
beautiful.
Absolutely. We have got Carolyn Folks in the house. Good morning, Carolyn.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here.
We're so excited to honor you and, of course, Entertainment Studios. Congratulations on all of the incredible nominations, especially received by Recipe.tv today. So how do you start your morning? What's your routine?
Well, first by waking up, and
Amen.
then just, checking it out that I'm really here and life is wonderful. And immediately start checking my emails, and then I grab a great cup of coffee, and then I start wishing that Catherine could be there to prepare a wonderful breakfast for me.
All right.
I'm dreaming about her and her scones.
Oh, I love scones. I love them. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being with us today. We have got Brittany in the house. She is a marketing and branding expert. She's going to give us some great tips on how to create a Wealth Wednesday for yourself and master the game of life and that Instagram algorithm. But first, Brittany, we want to know, how do you start your day?
Great question. I think that It's so easy for us to get caught up in the busyness of life. And one thing that really grounds me and sets my intention for the day is practicing gratitude. It is impossible to be sad or angry or have these negative feelings when you're focused on what's going right and being positive. So I always ground myself in that. And then I do a little bit of goal setting. I figure out what are the most important tasks that need to be completed in this moment, because there's so many different things that pull us in a million different directions. So I really crystallize the most important things, focus on them, and then start my day, take some action, and get it done.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
Gratitude
Great.
and goal setting, huh?
Absolutely. Well, thank you all, ladies. Thank you so much for being with us. We're so excited to continue the conversation later in the show.
So how are you guys gonna survive without me tomorrow? The next couple days?
I don't
I know
know.
you guys
It's
are
a
gonna
good
miss me
question.
so much.
We
that,
are
you
going
know.
to miss you so much. We are going to miss you so much.
I'll be gone the
Erin.
next couple days on retreat with all my Soul Society ambassadors. I'm super excited, but
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna miss you guys.
We will miss you. I promise you that. Are you excited? Gonna be excited?
You know, I actually feel like it's going to be like vacation. I mean, of course, you know, part of me is like, oh, it's you get nervous to be teaching 4 days straight. But I'm like, when have I had 4 days to just be completely present with my
Yeah,
girls? Like,
right?
I'm like, so excited for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how many hours each day? do
We
you
go
set
from
aside?
8 to 5,
8 to
like
5,
the
yeah.
actual like process, and I'm sure the girls are actually staying a lot with each other, and they're doing like a pajama party one night.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And then we'll go out for dinner one night, and we have photography a couple of days after it and stuff. So we'll be packed for 4 days, but yeah.
We're going to have to check out your Insta story.
Right? Lots of Insta stories
To
come
stay up
on,
to date
right?
on that. It's awesome.
We were talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I'll be on my own sort of spiritual retreat, honoring all the hard work of our fellow colleagues in daytime television for the 46th annual Daytime Emmys. I'm so excited. I will be at the gala tonight, gearing up to co-host the red carpet for the Creative Daytime Emmys happening this Friday. Of course, we'll be at the Gifting Suites on Saturday, which I love. And the main event, of course, this Sunday, May 5th. It will be streaming live on Facebook and at Connect TV.
Super dope.
Nice.
Right?
I
Full
like
weekend.
it. What
I know.
which part of it are you going to?
I don't know. We'll play it by ear. We'll see.
He's committed to not being committed.
we
He's
will
one
see.
of those. No,
Yeah. We will see how I feel. Is what that's the way I play this game of life. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting though, the game of life. Did you play it as a child?
I did play that game, the actual real board game. Yeah. Did you play that?
Between the game of life and Monopoly, I had always chose the shoe. I think I was manifesting a fashion destiny from a very young
Things
age.
never change.
Some things never
Exactly.
change. That's
I always
hilarious.
wanted to play the game of life with a shoe, the good shoe.
Oh, really?
Or the hat. Yeah, absolutely. It was always the symbol
I don't think I ever even played that game.
I always chose the car. I definitely remember that.
I remember in Monopoly.
Yeah,
I played Monopoly.
Yeah, I
right?
played Monopoly, right? Like collect those places.
That's for
Yeah,
sure, right?
charge rent.
As adults though, playing the game of life or beating the algorithm now that we're having to fight against is a totally different experience. Even though we can vision board for ourselves, how do we get clear on the right moves to make?
It's such a great thing. Well, talking about Wealth Wednesday and talking about it's really just a game. This whole wealth thing. It's really an illusion, right? Money is it's worthless. No joke. It's literally a
Can I have yours?
They're literally an agreement. It's
Just
these numbers in the bank. Bankroll. Okay, but I was thinking about it because I'm like, what do we want to talk about? What is important for people in their wealth? And I think we have to lighten up. It's really important to have like our true purpose and calling, but it's also important to just play and have
Yes.
fun and do what we love to do. So there's I kid you not, I think it's my favorite book, and it's called The Game of Life, not
Yes.
Chival Shin, no, not that one, there's another one, and it's cartoon characters of God, and God is like, it plays all this like fun games, like God gets to go up this mountain and there's no boundaries, God can just go at like no problem whatsoever, and then it's like, you get to the top and you're like, well, that's not that much fun, right? The game of life, and the point is that we like that there's boundaries, we like that it's challenging, we like if nothing was challenging, right? You might know this as a man, just kidding. That if it's not a challenge, then we don't get to like celebrate it, right? If anybody can get a daytime Emmy, then it's just like worthless, right? It's because it becomes a challenge, because it becomes scarce, because it is, takes our commitment, that it becomes fun. And so what is the game that you are up to?
Contrast does make life beautiful,
Right?
right? Yeah. The sweet wouldn't be nearly as sweet without the bitter, I guess, but I always kind of prefer the sweet.
But it's really interesting when you're really gearing up to create the vision that it is, the board that you're playing with, and how you want to manipulate and move those pieces, especially when it comes to wealth. I was reading interesting article the other day, and it was all about a place of manifesting wealth and where you're coming out of that and that vibration. If it's coming from a deep need or a desperation, which I was guilty of for a very long time. I was so desperate to have financial freedom in my life, to have that stability. And in fact, I was just like pushing that away because I was just continuing to manifest lack, because that's where my focus was from. When you raise those vibrations, however woo-woo that might seem, you're excited about what you're about to receive. And then the abundance was tenfold. Now, it didn't come in the form of money. It came in the form of things I needed, whether that was a place to live, the new pair of shoes that I always need to play the game right, or the dress. It gave me the opportunity to live ready to create wealth for myself.
How'd you make that shift, Jez?
You.
Me? Oh, no.
No, seriously. The wisdom of you, Rob, and the wisdom of you, Dr. Erin, and the incredible 3,000 guests that have been on our show, that was the flip for me.
It's so fun.
It's so interesting because I definitely see you as a master manifester. Both of you, right?
Oh, everyone is a
working
master
on it.
manifester,
Agreed,
right?
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes
But it
people
is
don't
fun.
know how to harness that energy and really like master that for yourself. I know earlier before the show, Erin, you were talking about a vision board and the things that you've really been able to bring to life from that. How did you do it?
Well, we talk about it all the time in the vision board, and I used to do the vision boards, and I don't do the vision boards anymore, like we talked about. And I remember on my vision board, I'd say 90% of everything came true, from white Range Rover to big house to all this stuff. And you know, you get all your stuff and you're like, okay, well, cool, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're fulfilled. So my vision is much more about who I am, the experiences that I want to have, and who I am, you know, what I'm delivering to the creativity force of this nature. I mean, yes, nice things are nice, but it's not what I'm really striving for. It's like a side effect.
Yeah, I think money and material possessions can make your miserable life more comfortable. That's about it. It's about, you know, and that being said, just to be fair, you know, you can also afford things like healthcare, which is huge.
That's good.
You have more freedom to do what
I'll
you
take
want
a
with
new
your
white
time.
Range Rover, though.
You want a new one, right?
Universe,
Yeah.
I think I'll put that order in.
Hashtag sponsored life.
I'll take a nomination for the 47th annual Daytime Emmy Awards.
I'll take them too. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
So the
manifest
point is that it's a game. So what is the game that we want to play? Because if it is just really a game and we're developing our consciousness and whatever, and the law of attraction and the universal law is fun because it does become a game a little bit. So why not play around? What else are you going to do?
Agreed, yeah.
Right?
Take life so seriously.
I know.
Right?
We've got to enlighten it.
Yeah. Like my dad always says, don't take life so seriously. Nobody gets out alive.
That's so true. It's true. But we want to know what game you're playing, how you're doing that, what's going on, what obstacles, what barriers, and I think it's kind of cool that we've created this thing that we're a limited being when we're really not.
Totally.
We're totally
Yeah.
infinite. It's a cool.
It's the ultimate game of hide and seek.
It's a total hide and seek. I love that. So let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to play a little hide and seek with you, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jez Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard.
Hi, and welcome to Life Masters. Today we have a very special guest, Mark Harari, on the show.
I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood.
I'm Joanna Garzilli. You're watching Life Stories.
Welcome to Getting Real with Pamela, a positive and purposeful show about passionate people on their journeys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palos.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Green Actors Guild. My name's Jade Kaiser.
Hey, I'm Angela O, and welcome to Riding the Waves.
Hi, and welcome to Upgrade Your Life. I'm Lizzie Robstack.
And I'm Kayla Kraft.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Harry Howard Talks. Betsy Cox is back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ageless Ambitions on EverTalk TV. I am so excited.
This is CEO with Anna David
And Lauren Wallet.
Welcome back to another episode of Mind, Body, Spirit. I'm Dr. Kate.
My people, this is Table for One, and I'm Leah Sergakis.
It is time for another episode of Sassy and Single, because that's what I am. I'm your host, Natalie Sadie.
Erica Dela Cruz, the hashtag Passionista. You are watching Passion to Paycheck.
Welcome to another episode of Purpose. I'm your host, Brittany Zonker.
Welcome back to On That Note. I'm your host, Elizabeth Lake. She shares all her tricks in her new book, Your Healthiest Healthy, The Beautiful and Talented Samantha Harris.
Hey, everyone. I'm Lindsay Hoffman, and welcome to the Dose of Bliss show.
Hi, I'm Valentina, and you're watching Tobella.
Welcome to Alyssa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena.
Hi, welcome to Defining Moments. I'm Suzanne Quast.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon and welcome to my show, Serena Lives.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
up? What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
Good morning, LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show can be seen on EverTalk TV, now available on Apple TV.
This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are so honored today to honor the women of Recipe.tv for their daytime Emmy nomination of A Taste of Ireland. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're thrilled beyond belief. Yes.
Aww,
and we're so happy to have Catherine here with us, and she's just phenomenal. And it's amazing what we've been doing with this new show with her. And she's been nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
I love it.
So, Catherine, what can you tell us about this show?
So the show is called A Taste of Ireland at Ballynockin Cookery School, which is my home in County Wicklow in Ireland, just south of Dublin. And it is all about celebrating Irish food. Because people don't know what Irish food is. I mean, somebody told me years ago, it was a joke, what's the smallest book in the world? An Irish cookbook. Ha ha.
Oh,
I was so offended, as you can imagine.
But you made your own.
That I made my own. But it's Irish food is about wonderful, raw, natural ingredients. We don't have GMO in Ireland. We have the longest term for the growth of grass in Ireland. Our animals are outside all the time. We get great beef, great lamb, great dairy produce. And this whole show is all about seeing the food being produced and then bringing it to the plate. And I'm very grateful to Recipe.tv and to Carolyn and Lisa Renee Ramirez, our producer, for getting us up and running and getting us on air on TV in the United States.
They certainly were able to capture the magic. Let's take a look at A Taste of Ireland.
I'm Catherine Fulvio, and this is A Taste of Ireland at my cookery school, Ballynockin in County Wicklow.
Shot on location in Ireland.
Press it together and roll it like this in the flour, and then you spin it and flatten it with your hand, because we want to be able to cut our scones out and have as little left over as possible. So you're going to dip the tops of them only like this in egg, sugar side up. Are they good?
Such a pretty thing to do, isn't it? It actually feels so dainty.
I really wanted to showcase some great Irish ingredients, and one in particular, smoked salmon. You can't get more Irish than that. Hi, Alan.
Hello, Catherine. Good to see you again,
Good
kid.
to see you again. Have you good smoked salmon today?
Fantastic smoked salmon. This is our own organic salmon. Would you like to taste?
I'd love to.
It's fresh. You do realise now the price has just gone up.
This world-renowned chef shares classic recipes
This is the ultimate Irish fry.
with her modern twist.
The key ingredient is Guinness. These are my signature lemon slices. Everybody loves them, in particular me, but then I do have a sweet tooth. These are the kind of things that when I started to make them, when people were checking into our inn or our bed and breakfast, we'd give everybody a cup of tea with a lemon slice. It's about making really good food and enjoying it and having it with friends. Exactly.
Watch A Taste of Ireland, Ballyknocken Cookery School on recipe.tv.
Hi, Kat, how are you?
I love this. So great, you guys. I love that you can come together. You're quite an icon in the industry. You've been in this field for a long time. What was it about this? Tell me a little about yourself and what it was about this show in particular that you wanted to.
Well, I think as we just saw, I'm probably just salivating. Yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, where's the food? Bring it on. You know, how unfair this is to sit here and watch all of her wonderful creations.
Right.
And she's so outstanding. And Lisa Renee Ramirez, who is our executive producer, she came to us with this idea saying, you know, she wanted to travel the world and that she wanted to do something and create a show with Catherine. And so we trust Lisa Renee. She's outstanding. She's an Emmy Award-winning executive producer. And so we said, go for it. And so we allowed her and asked her to just tell us where you want to go. So we went from Paris to Panama, from Rome to Ireland, and Ireland is where Catherine is located. And she said, we're going to do this show with Catherine. And we said, good, go for it. And this is what we have now. We have this beautiful show with Catherine, in which she's just been nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
Fantastic.
Super exciting.
Do you remember when you first fell in love with food?
Oh gosh, yes. I was probably about 3 or 4 years old.
Really? Yeah.
Helping my mum cook in the kitchen. We've always had a bed and breakfast where I am. It's bed and breakfast, I think you might call it inn, I'm not sure. But 50 years we've had a B&B, and my mum started it, and I used to help cook 3 meals a day for our guests. So it was kind of love it or hate it. You know, you're either going to fall in love with the food or go, this is just too much hard work. But I absolutely loved it. And then I went in, I worked in marketing for a while after I left college, but then I came back to the family home. I think everybody's heart is always where they grow up, you know. So I came back and I took over the inn and developed our herb garden, our vegetable garden, soft fruit gardens, all of that, and then opened a cooking school after I did a cooking course. Right. Wow. And I absolutely love it.
And now you're sharing your recipes with viewers nationwide. How has that changed your life?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Back home in Ireland, I have a TV series as well, and it's a chance just to share with people what you love. And I never thought in a million years I would end up with a career on TV.
Really?
No, I started out just showing people what I love. And sometimes it's what you love that leads you in a direction that you never planned at all. And it's just super to hear the feedback from people, and especially from recipe.tv. Like, I'm getting emails every other day going, oh, Catherine, tell me, would that work if I did this with it? And, it's just so lovely. Yeah. It's so nice to know that people are engaging and take the time to actually email you with a question or just a word of support even.
Do you remember the first time you received the phone call or the email and somebody was asking you to do something on TV? Do you remember the first time?
I do. I got a call to do a kind of a screen test for our national broadcaster. I'll never forget it, because I was there and they said, do something a bit more unusual. So I was like doing some kind of, because my husband's Sicilian, you see, so I was doing a little Sicilian twist on an Irish dish. I thought that was clever. I thought it was. I didn't think it went as well, and I remember I cried the whole way home.
You thought it went so horribly?
I thought it went so horribly. Oh, you just missed your chance now. And it was a long drive home. It was a 3-hour drive home. But they rang me then, but a week later, and go, we loved it, and we're going to make a show. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's such fun. It's such fun. But this is my first foray in the United States. You know, what I do at home in Ireland. So I'm thrilled to have this opportunity with Entertainment Studios to, you know, especially share the story about Irish food. because we all think it's corned beef and cabbage, and it is not. That, I have to tell you now, is not an Irish dish, by the way. I know that sends people into orbit when it comes to St. Patrick's Day, because that's what they normally do for St. Patrick's Day, but it's not Irish.
It's just green beer. That's all we know. That's all we know. That's not Irish. So tell us about your studios, and tell us a little bit about all the projects and what we can look forward to.
Well, let's see. We started about 25 years ago, Entertainment Studios. We have 8 networks, and Recipe.tv is one of the networks. We have about 41, 42 plus television shows. We have 8 court shows.
Wow.
Every day there's a new addition. I'm losing track. And it's overwhelming, but we have a wonderful team and very well managed. And we recently acquired the Weather Channel.
Wow.
And that was last year sometime. And so that's what I'm saying. Every day there's a new development. It's about, okay, how many shows do we have now? I'll say.
So what other than this show? What are you most excited about?
Well, I'm most excited about Recipe.tv
Yep.
right now. Yeah. And I'm most excited about Catherine. How could I not be?
Well,
Good answer.
Because I feel that food, I've always felt that preparing a meal for family and friends is such a sense of giving and love, and that nothing could be more giving than preparing food.
Amazing, so beautiful.
It comes from the soul, it comes from the heart.
You have been such a leader to the entertainment industry and entertainment studios. Who has been the biggest inspiration, though, on your life?
Well, let's see. Okay, I would say my son, Byron.
You must be
Byron
incredibly
Allen,
proud.
yeah, I'm very proud of Byron. He's really a great inspiration. Byron takes all kinds of risks, and there's nothing that he won't take on, and he will just go for it. And I'm very proud of him for taking the challenges that he takes and succeeding so beautifully.
Nice.
We're both Michigan girls.
That's right.
How did your upbringing help you navigate Hollywood?
Well, I'm not so sure that it prepared me for it.
I'm sure it gave you certain values.
Well, yes, I'd have to think about that. I don't know if one is ever really prepared if there's something that can prepare you for Hollywood. I think that you just jump in, and you just like jumping into the deep end, and there again, take a risk and go for it, and you do your very best, and the blessings will come to you.
I love that. So tell us about your book. Obviously, it's about recipes, but tell us a little bit more what they can expect in here.
So this is all recipes from my mother, my grandmother. We have a strong farmhouse heritage of food preparation, and it's all ingredients from the farm, lots of imagery from the farm, and it's a lot of how-tos, even how to make your own butter.
Wow, fantastic.
I think I'll leave that to you. And just watch Recipe.tv. So tell everyone where they can find the show and when they can tune in.
Well, we can find it on our network, Recipe.tv. And you could have to check your local listing and find out exactly what time it would air.
Wonderful. Congratulations again on the nomination. We look forward to celebrating with you.
Enjoy this weekend for sure.
We are looking forward to celebrating this weekend. We are.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We always say it's hotter in the daytime, and what better way to celebrate your unboxing with a pair of Dinamicos?
I just don't want people to bother me.
You're so Hollywood right now. So you know what's great about this is, one, it's a female-owned company, and two, it's a company that gives back.
Right? I love her.
We love her. In fact, she was a guest on Good Morning La Land. And so when Lisa was like, I'm going to do the Style Lounge, what brands do you want here? I reached out and I said, Dinamicos, for sure. They gave me some sunglasses that I basically live in, and I knew that you were going to love them as much as I do.
They are such high quality. They're not some cheesy little rack from Rite Aid. These are gorgeous.
Quality.
I am so stoked.
So what other goodies did you get?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to brag, but I will.
Please do. You know, it's such an incredible honor because this is when the community comes together to celebrate their hard work and their art. This is her art. Those gowns are the designer's art. The shoes are the art of Badgley Mishka.
Oh, you said shoes. You want to see the shoes?
It's our honor to be able to celebrate for them. Let's see the shoes.
I am one of the lucky ones that actually gets to take home shoes.
She is so lucky.
I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. Look at how beautiful.
Even the box.
Even the box.
I love a good box.
I do love a good box.
And shoes that come with a bag.
It's Badgley Mishka's 30th anniversary. Shout out to 30 years of high quality.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy. And look what I get to wear.
The big reveal.
I'm going to wear these.
Oh.
I think on Wednesday night at that party. Look at that.
They are gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so what's one word to describe the way you felt when you put these shoes on?
Holy.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Wealth Wednesday. We talk about success, entrepreneurship, all the above. And this week is the Daytime Emmy, so we're so excited to invite Terry Evans in here with the Bay. She's an actress, mom, all the above. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm an author, Buzz.
Yeah.
You're a buzz all around town this week, right?
We try, right? Otherwise, you just sit and hope that people ask you the right questions.
So last year, of course, you were nominated for your role with the Bay, and you did this reenactment that you put online of, oh my God, I saw that. It was hilarious. Tell us about the moment when you found out you were nominated.
Well, I was overjoyed, and my dad is battling multiple myeloma, and he's been struggling with it. Successfully struggling with it for numerous years. Anyway, so last year he was going through a downslope, and I carried him with me the entire Emmy week. And when you found me on the carpet, all of his words of wisdom just started popping out of my mouth, and I believe that's what you are talking about, right?
Well, we have a look at that interview.
Oh, you have it?
We do, we do. Let's take a peek.
See you here.
I know, how fun, huh? This is my first nomination.
Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I feel so fun. Like,
You're not stressed.
no, I mean, there's 2 other girls from my show that's nominated in the same category, so we've got 3 and 5 chance to bring a trophy back.
I mean, the Bay has 15 nominations this season.
Crazy.
That is crazy. What did you do when you found out you were nominated for the Emmy?
Oh my God. I was jumping up and down. I called my dad, and my dad was laughing. I mean, and he was like, I'm so proud of you. And it got to a point to where I literally was going to cry, and my dad goes, oh, I'm so amazed that you won. And I'm like, no, Dad, I was nominated. And my dad's like, anyways, so, and I'm not even joking.
You already won. You've got an incredible community. So what would you say to somebody out there? They're going through some hard times in the industry. What would you give them? What advice would you give them?
My dad said, if you can make a living doing whatever it is that you love to do, that is success. So no matter what it is, if you love doing it, that's fantastic. Because so many people wake up every morning to some dead-end job that they get stuck in. So don't be that. Do what it is that you love to do.
Wow, that couldn't have been better said.
Beautiful.
That's your it's your speech right there.
There you go.
You you won already.
I did. I won because I have an amazing family.
Both on and off screen.
That is so true. The Bay family rocks it hard.
So let's talk about that. You know, we've interviewed some of the Bay family, Christos and Gregory.
Yes.
What is it like to work with them?
It's horrible. Like,
It's painful.
It's painful.
Watching right now.
No, are you kidding? It's just been a playground, and that's what I call it. Every time I come to a set, it is a playground, and we get to play with the most talented people, having a blast. I mean, I don't know what is better than to make believe in your daily life that you get to be something else, somebody else. You get to have different opinions. You get to see things from every side when you do character analysis and study. So for me, it really opens me up to be a broader minded person and not to be so on just my own personal beliefs, whether they be religious or political, but just really see everyone for who they are. Because no matter what position you take, the other side is just as passionate and has a lot of right reasons of why they feel that way too.
So true.
Right? And what I notice is that so many times people will argue and scream their opinion, not to convince you or I, but just re-embed it for themselves.
Convince themselves.
Right, so when I get on that high horse like I am now, I try to take that step back, right, and take a breath and just let it all soak in so I can be restored, that I can give back.
So true. So I have a question for you. I've never thought of this question, but as someone who has studied acting, who you are an actress, do you look at people out there that aren't acting, you go, if you just tweaked your character a little bit, you'd be a little bit better in character?
Yeah, I should probably say no, I never do that. Yeah, I'm harder on myself than anyone, but I do. I judge in my mind.
How can you not?
I do. I'm just like, oh, put the hair there. Oh, don't do that. How many times I've counted people saying the word on camera?
You become more conscious of that the more that you do TV work. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true.
No and no, you know.
You know, I did that very intentionally. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
Well, my dad was a rock drummer. I toured with him until I was in the 5th grade. My stepdad is also another world-renowned jazz drummer. Apparently my mother had something for men who could keep beat. But a little rim shot. So I grew up in the entertainment business. I am following in my family's footsteps. I am very lucky to have complete support around me in every facet, whether it's those emotional breakdowns that I say make me a better actress, or the joys. A lot of times I find that people are not as happy for you when really good things happen. And that's a huge lesson that I've walked and learned. So I tend to not share a lot of the good stuff because I don't want to make someone else covetous or I don't know, any of the things that maybe I would feel like when Jade won for Best Supporting Actress and she comes back sitting right next to me going, here's the trophy, and I'm like, that's mine.
That is such an interesting thing though, because so many times, especially in Hollywood, we're afraid to really shine, to really celebrate even the small wins because it could create some sort of negative effect or bad energy or karma or juju. And so we tend to overprotect. We tend to put boundaries up, and really then it isolates us.
It does. And it all comes back down to pride, ego, right? If we are feeling, oh, no one really cares, or oh, I don't need to walk the red carpet because I won't be missed, really that's false humility, right? We're trying to cover up for our own inadequacy of just being able to stand on our own 2 feet and know that God created me today, and today I have breath and I have a word to say.
So what is it that you want to say? What is your mission?
I don't have a mission. I just want to be a good person. I think that's for all of us. If I can just 1% more every day, if I can just give 1% more in whatever area that I am trying to better myself in, even if I fail half of the time, next year, this day, I will be over 100% better in that avenue, right? And whatever it is.
True.
Cheers to that.
This is all the buzz, right?
That's
so speaking
the buzz.
of, Tell us a little bit about your book, The Buzz.
This came from wanting to encourage young kids. This is like my lead character is 13, so it's a coming of age. There's 4 more books that are in the works and making. I'm working on number 2 right now, and I wrote it really for my daughter. She was 10 when we started, and I wanted her to have a footstep that, God forbid anything happened to me, she could see, okay, here's a way, here's a roadmap of what not to do.
That's beautiful.
Right? Because I think kids learn better by what not to do than when you can tell them, oh, you should do this, you should do that, right? But if instead of, for instance, punishing your kid because they didn't clean their room, one time when they actually do it on their own, be like, oh my God, you're amazing. And that accolade, that's what they're starved from us.
That is
right?
empirical, actually. That is scientific proven.
Yes.
Yeah, to give positive attention to the desirable behavior, not negative attention to the undesirable.
I mean, you do need to point out the negatives when they're there, but I found a way of doing it so it puts the empowerment into the reader so they can learn, okay, maybe I won't make that choice.
So interesting. You have a locker on the front, which first thing I think about is that in junior high when I got my first locker and being so nervous.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a really nervous thing. You were really so.
What were you nervous about?
Yeah, but I don't know. It just was that time in life. Where you're going into like a new chapter in your life. It's like a whole. Everyone's usually coming to a new school. It's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Well, I've got a great locker story. So my daughter was starting 6th grade, and they wanted to decorate the inside of their lockers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I do it up. Right? So we got wallpaper and all this stuff. We did it. Okay, so the next day, first day of school, all of a sudden she's calling me going, Mom, I can't open my locker. And I'm like, wait, what? I had wallpapered it shut.
Oh, wow.
Shut up.
So the first day of school, she had to carry all of her books.
Oh, no.
I totally put her at disadvantage. She was already nervous, and now she's like, I don't have a locker. And then she had to wait like all day for the janitor to come.
It's
and I'm like, how is he going to get it open? So apparently it's not the first time that some outrageous parent decided to light up their kid's locker.
Overachieving in every way, aren't you?
You clearly have given her almost a GPS for life. What has she taught you?
Oh. She teaches me not to take myself so seriously. She teaches me that really the world revolves around her. I remember we were doing a soap talk in Hawaii, and it was the first time she was a toddler, and it was a great family reunion for me because my mom was born and raised in Hawaii, and all of my aunts and uncles are there on the islands. And I didn't, for the first time, I mean, I'm sitting next to Lisa Rinna too. She's gorgeous. I wasn't thinking, oh, my makeup. Oh, there's my lips. Do I need powder? I was like, where's the baby? Where's the baby? And it was so refreshing that finally I came to my senses that it's not about me. And you know, I'm more content. I'm able to deal with depression and anxieties and failure and rejection, which just floods my industry, our industry.
It's
right?
true. Being a parent it puts a whole new perspective on all of it.
And I don't think everyone should be a parent.
No,
Touché.
definitely not, yeah.
You know, it's a big, big commitment.
Huge commitment.
And I wish that they would do more parenting classes, like mandatory. Like marriage classes should be mandatory.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the 2 biggest things in the world. They make us go to school for how long to be a lawyer and a doctor, but get married and have a baby, just go knock yourself up.
There's no rules, there's no guidelines.
It's a miracle that we're all sitting here.
It's so true.
Congratulations again on the incredible success of the Bay. We look forward to celebrating with you at the 46th Annual Daytime Emmys. Tell everyone where they can find and follow your personal journey.
Oh, I am at Terry Ivins on every medium because my family name is dying. Isn't that sad? So I can get it for everything. So it's just at Terry. We have no boys. So this will be...
It lives on with you. You're creating a beautiful legacy.
That's right. I said I wanted to be a household name.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My name is Serena Poon, and welcome to my show, Serena Lives.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
We are Good Morning LaLa, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show can be seen on EverTalk TV, now available on Apple TV.
This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and we are excited to welcome Brittany Michaelchuk to the show. She's helping us navigate this game of life and beat the algorithm. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So what was your journey to becoming the marketing and branding expert that you are today?
Great question. I wanted to make a massive impact on the world, and I wanted to use my voice in a big way. And so I started working backwards and figuring out what I needed to do to be able to build a powerful and impactful brand. And so I worked backwards, and I realized that it's all about branding and marketing on social media. Like, people aren't going to websites anymore. They're going to your Instagram to do a background check. And so it's a very important aspect of growing your business online today. So I just decided to become obsessed with it and learn everything and all the Instagram hacks and algorithms, and here we are.
So give us some hacks. We need to know what's going on.
Okay. So there's essentially 5 ways to go viral based on the new algorithm in the 21st century. Number 1 is just content creation. It has to be extremely high quality content. So the photo grabs people's attention, and the caption draws in engagement. So you need a powerful photo, clear, professional. It doesn't have to be by a professional photographer, but it should be a good photo. And then the caption is very important. So learning copywriting is a very underestimated skill in the 21st century. So great quality content. Number 2 is hashtags. People should be using hashtags because how the new algorithm works is it's grouping people. So based on what you like, it's going to differentiate and group different areas and then show content based on hashtags.
I have a question about that, because sometimes I feel like I'm putting this vulnerable message out, and it's all about the caption and this call to action and this engagement, and then I'm hashtagging and quantifying it, and it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I struggled with at the beginning as well. I was like, how do these hashtags feel authentic with my message? But it's just, if you want to rank on the Explorer page, that's how they're looking them up.
So how do we find the hashtag? How do we research and know these are the hashtags?
Great question. So what you can do is you can look up a topic and type it into the little glass, the little your search engine, yeah. And then if you looked up like food, then it's going to show all of the most popular food hashtags. So like food, and then another word or another 2 words. So that's a really good way. Another good way that you can look up the most popular trending hashtags in your niche is just Google. If you're in LA, Google LA hashtags. If you're in coaching, Google coaching hashtags, business hashtags, and you can look up the most popular ones, because you always want to utilize the most popular ones, because those are the ones people are looking up, and that's how they can find you.
Really? Because I've heard you should use like the 4th or the 5th, because then you'll rank higher, right? If there's 2 million people who have said hashtag food, and there's only 500,000 people that said hashtag foodie LA, use the hashtag foodie LA, because you're able to rank higher in a smaller, like.
It's a good question. So how do you sort that out?
Yeah. So how it works is, if you use a hashtag that nobody's looking up, the longer your hashtag, the less people are going to be looking up. So if I hashtag "I'm so happy in LA right now," nobody's looking at it. So you're not going to get any engagement from that hashtag.
Hashtag crickets.
But yeah, exactly. But if you use like hashtag LAX, you're going to get way more engagement because more people are looking that up. So I would sprinkle both in, but the rule of thumb is you always want to be using the most popular hashtags, or else people just aren't going to find you.
So should we put 30 on our post?
No. You do not want to put 30. So the new algorithm has changed, where if you put 30, it's almost considered spammy, and you'll never. you'll never make it to the Explorer page, and you'll never make it to the recent hashtags. Because there's two different groups of hashtags. There's the recent ones, and then there's the chronological, well, there's the top ones, and then there's the recent chronological order ones. You want to make it to the top one, because that's the one that people are looking up. That's how you get ranked. So you want to be careful with which ones you use.
So the whole social media thing to me feels like a full-time job. Is this something that we should be outsourcing? Like honestly, if we want to blow it out of the water, would we outsource that, or are we better off just learning it all and trying to stay ahead of the algorithm that changes every 2 months?
That is exactly a great question. I am the biggest believer in empowering yourself with education. You can outsource social media. It is very expensive. And to be very honest, a lot of people have no idea what they're doing. Like the biggest thing in my industry, and this is why I like to empower and teach people how to do it themselves, is because so many people were like, Brittany, we hired this social media company and they're not doing anything. And I'm like, I know, because it's really, really hard to grow right now because Instagram is a publicly traded company, so they want you to pay them to rank on to grow your social media. So they've changed it where it's so hard to grow. But if you learn all the tips and tricks and tactics, you're essentially learning yourself to be able to grow your own business. And let's get real. Eyes on Instagram equals dollar signs. It equals net profits. So I've just taken this super seriously because I understand the success of my business is the depth and knowledge that I understand how to grow my social media account. So I would say learn it all yourself. And when you're bored in the taxi, when you're bored at the doctor's office, you can execute these different skills to be able to grow your account.
So what are the two other tips to going viral?
Yes, so you want to use hashtags, you want to use the location tag, because again, it's grouping people. So now my posts are showing up in the place that I'm in based on me tagging the location hashtag, as well as the people you follow. So if you've noticed, it's more genre grouped, and so that's why you want to use hashtags, location, and then you also want people to spend a lot of time on your Instagram post, because it's now ranking where the amount of seconds that people spend on your post equals the amount of people that see it in the long run. Because what Instagram wants to do is it wants to only show the best quality content. So if people aren't reading your entire content, if people aren't engaging with your content, it doesn't want to show it on people's walls, because it's like, well, if we show this crappy content on your walls, then people are going to leave our platform, and they don't want people to leave their platform. So they only want to show the best quality content. So they're saying, how much time are people spending on this post? And one of the last things that this is just the top 5 ones, there's a billion other things, but the last one is how much engagement is it getting? And engagement is ranked differently. So people that comment, it's worth more ranking than somebody who just likes it. So that's why you see a lot of people saying, comment below, enter to win this PayPal giveaway by captioning this photo, because you want comments and saves and shares. Likes are obviously important, but you want that engagement. So the other thing that you can do is put your wall post on your story post and say, go engage. I'm going to respond to everybody within the next 30 minutes, and just really try and get people to engage with your post.
So tell us some of the hacks, because there was IGTV, one of the things that I do a morning little thing on the way to the studio, and then I download it and I put it up on IGTV, which gets a lot more engagement that way. Are there any other kind of hot new things on Instagram we should be looking for?
Ooh, yeah, video is ranking really well right now. A lot of people are making posts, and it's creating a very static brand. And people want to be brought on a journey. And you can bring people along that journey by creating engagement content and showing them who you are. I mean, you can wear a mask on Instagram when you're just posting captions and photos. You can hire somebody across the ocean to post for you. But when you're doing video, it's real, it's vulnerable. People get to know, like, and trust you, and that's what people want. They want to get to know, like, and trust you. That's why they're on your Instagram account.
So for those of the people who want to get to know, like, and trust you, where can they find you?
On Instagram, guys, it's Brittany Michalchuk, BrittanyMichalchuk.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with
Appreciate it.
more on Good Morning La La Land.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land here on Wealth Wednesday. We win Wednesday. I don't know, we've got a ton of alliterations for Wednesday. The question I have for each of our phenomenal guests is if there's one tip or trick you would offer our audience in terms of making their life or their work or their business richer, what would you recommend? That's right, Terry.
Looks like I'm
Make sure
going
she's in the
up.
hot seat.
I think that was the obvious. You go first. I think it's just be a student of life. I think that there's so much potential in this world, and every single day we have 24 hours to make the most of it, and there's no real difference between us and our idols except for how we spend each second deliberately. So I think applied knowledge is power, and the more that you empower yourself, the better you get to equip yourself to live an amazing life.
Great advice.
Okay, I kind of tangent off of that because I was just reading today about hastening your feet, that those who hasten their feet tend to fall, right?
Ooh.
So it's better to pursue a little slowly, right? Quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. But that was what triggered and what you said was, oh, that's right, hastening my feet. Like I need to just, let me slow my roll. Let me get it together, right? So I'm not going to be flippant, you know?
Yes.
But it's exactly.
The slower
I
you
think
go,
you're
the
done
faster
now.
you arrive.
I love you guys.
It's like slow your roll, okay? I love it so much.
Who has been one of your biggest supporters, or the person you would say truly has empowered you?
There's only one way for me to answer it, and I apologize if it offends anyone, but it is my God, my maker. Without having a higher power, then I don't have an escape, right? Then it's all my fault.
That's right.
Right? But I have, and I love my maker, so then I'm like, I'm not alone. And if I get scared, I'm like, oh Lord, and you know, what am I supposed to say? Oh, give me the words. And it just, for me, gives me that mental confidence to know I am not alone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it makes you feel like you can conquer everything when you feel like you have that support.
Absolutely.
Mine would definitely be my family. I think that my parents have worked really hard, and I really want to make them proud and be like, I did it myself. I didn't need any support. I don't need any handouts. Like, I can make it, and I can work hard and be able to achieve my goals. So that's a big motivation for me.
Yes. So important. So important, right?
Thank you both for sharing your time, your light, and your wisdom with us. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show is streaming on EverTalk TV, available on Apple TV.
We're waking up the world together, you guys. Have a great Wealth Wednesday. Claim your worth. You're worth it.
It's going to be a
you can
Good
follow
Morning
these
La La
amazing,
Land.
extraordinary women.
Love it. 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 Love it.